right, hi everybody. Happy Sunday. Today is Sunday and it is the 28th of February. So it's the last day of February and I'm so excited because March is my favorite month. It's my birthday month. I will be turning 20 on the 16th. So I'm super excited for that. And it just means spring is coming and this winter has been too long for my liking. So I'm ready for spring. I'm ready to see all the stuff that comes along with spring, like blooming flowers and the trees turning green again. So, and warmer weather. So I'm super excited that March is here and I'm ready to get into the first week of March's budget. By the way, I always forget, I'm Ellie, if you've never been here before, and on this channel I budget my husband's unemployment income, my husband's YouTube income, my DoorDash income if I DoorDash, and then sometimes other things, but most of the time that is our three sources of income. Our main source of income right now is unemployment, but I have good news. I think I have a job lined up for when I come back again in the fall, because as you guys know, I will be moving. I have a lot of good news for you guys, so I'm just gonna get into those things when we get into the budget, but lots of good things happening. And yeah, if you want to keep in touch with me and see all of my progress, then subscribe down below. I upload Mondays and Wednesdays and sometimes Fridays. Speaking of, I just uploaded on Friday my sinking fund closeout. So if you guys want to see any of my updated numbers, they are in that video. Also, disclaimer, if you hear music in the background, my neighbor is playing her clarinet. And that's apartment living. So let's get into this. I found this sticker outside laying in the snow and I picked it up and I put it on my budget book, my budget notebook. So whoever's it was, I'm sorry, but I have no way to get into contact with you since I just found it outside. But it's this like sticker of a plant and it says string art by Kaylee on it right here. So yeah, it's really cute. I thought it went well with the vibes we've got going on. I have my cranberry juice as always. I have a pen and a highlighter. And I did the same thing as last week where I pre-filled it out for you guys, or pre-filled out the categories, not the amounts. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm just testing it out. I have my whiteout, which I need every single time, and then I have my cash envelopes in this pouch. So I'm going to open my budget notebook now. So I'm gonna open it to the first week of March. I'm so excited. I also did something different in this setup. As you can see, I usually put my sinking funds here and then my like breakdown down here, but I counted and all of my sinking funds fit with all of these other categories, so I put them there and then I'm gonna do my breakdown over here. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. If I end up adding more sinking funds, then it won't fit here anymore because it perfectly fits. But I don't see us adding any new sinking funds in the near future, so I'm just gonna keep doing it like this. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see the breakdown. All right, so let's get into my basic needs. So for rent, we are 1 month ahead, and tomorrow is the 1st, so our rent will be taken out tomorrow, but we are 1 month ahead. So if we take 1,010, which, let me get out my calculator. So the way that I budget every Sunday. So today I'm budgeting. So This will be for week 1. And then on the 7th, I'll do it for week 2. The 14th, I'll do it for week 3. The 21st, I'll do it for week 4. And then on the 28th, I'm gonna budget for like half of the first week of April. So I'll just count that as week 5 here. All right, so our rent is $1,010 a month. And if I divide that by 4, I'm going to be taking out $252.50 a week out of our income. Our renter's insurance is $875, and if I divide that by 8, since we're 2 months ahead, I take out $1.10 a week. Our electricity, we estimate that it's going to be around $100 a month. So I have to do 100 divided by 8. I stuff $13 a month. Our internet is $43.95. So if I divide that by 8, I take out $550 out of our income. Ryan's phone is $64.82. So if we divide that by 8, I take out $8.11 every week. For groceries, we budget $250 a month. So if I do $250 divided by 8, every week we stuff $32. And then for gas, it's the same as electricity. We always stuff $100 a month. So if I do 100 divided by 8, we stuff 13. So let's do the total. $252.50 plus $1.10 plus 13 plus $550 plus $8.11 plus 32 plus 13. We take out $325.21 every week for our monthly necessities. So now we're going to get into Spotify Student. Spotify Student is $5.39 a month. So if we divide that by 8, I take out 68 cents a week. Adobe Creative Cloud is $21.65. So if we divide that by 8, I take out $271. iCloud storage is $2.99. So if I do $2.99 divided by 8, I take out 38 cents. So let's total that up. 68 cents plus 271 plus 38. We take out 377. We take out 377 for our bills and subscriptions. If I were going to be doing this the way that I've been doing, I would just take out exactly 377 out of our income. But because Ryan and I decided to put this Adobe subscription into our business, because it is for Ryan's YouTube account or YouTube channel, we decided that if we take that out of business instead, it would be easier when like tax comes. It would be easier to keep track of exactly how much we are spending out of our own income for business. So I'm going to change this. So I'm gonna do, instead of 271, I'm gonna round it up to 3. So $3. And then I'm gonna also change this. So even though I already highlighted it, so if we did 68 cents plus the 38 cents plus $3, this would be 406. So and then I can re-highlight that in red, but it's gonna look kind of funny over the whiteout. But this is real, this is what happens. I just wanna make sure it's dry, okay. Okay, that looks ugly, but it's what happens. So we're gonna move over here to our income. So for income, for unemployment, we got paid $4.91. For DoorDash, I didn't DoorDash this week, and then for YouTube we didn't get anything. So total we have $4.91. So now we are going to do my calculation. So if I do week 1 income minus basic needs we are left with, so if we do 491 minus 325.21, we're left with 165.79. And then if we take that and we subtract our bills and subscriptions, then we are left with $161.73 to stuff into our savings. So I'm going to highlight that in this green highlighter, and I'm going to write, as always, left for savings. All right, so let's move into our sinking fund. So I'm going to move this down. I'm actually going to move it over here and then put my phone in here so you guys can see me calculating it out with you. We have $161.73 left for our sinking fund. So I'm going to take out my sinking funds here just to see what we're working with. And while I do this, I want to tell you guys some good news. So I think that I will be getting a job in the fall. So before COVID, this was January of 2019, and it feels like it wasn't that long ago, but it was actually like 2 years ago, guys. I worked on campus at like this little sandwich shop, and then I also washed dishes, and I actually really loved it. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. But COVID hit. So I worked there from January to March, and then all of a sudden it was spring break time, and they were like, you guys, we're gonna have 2 weeks off of school, and then when you come back, like, you'll still have your jobs, you can work for the next quarter, blah blah blah. So that's what I went home thinking I would come back in 2 weeks and have a job, and I never came back. So I just kind of technically got laid off. Like, no one really told us anything. We just couldn't go back to work, and then we never had a job again. So they emailed me this past week, and they asked if I wanted my job back in the fall. All I had to do was like let them know that I was planning on coming back, and I wouldn't have to do an interview or anything. I just had to go to orientation, and I would be able to have my job back. So I took it. I emailed them back, and I was like, of course I'll take this. Like, please sign me up, blah, blah, blah. And they said that they will keep in touch with orientation dates in the fall. So I'm super excited and hopeful about that, because if you guys like have heard me say it, I don't know if I've said it a lot on this channel, but especially on my like main channel where I post my vlogs and stuff, I have been struggling to get a job since COVID started. So it's been over a year. I was able to get small jobs here and there, like for the summer. Last summer I worked at my mom's clinic, but I had to move back to college, so I couldn't keep that job, and I just could not find a job like after that. So I'm super excited for this. Also, because it's with school, I probably won't be getting a lot of hours, but I think that's a good transition for me. So that way I can transition into working and having school, but also having enough time for homework, because it is an on-campus job. So they do prioritize your schoolwork first. And yeah, so that's some good news about my job. I will probably have a job lined up when I come back in the fall. So let's just keep moving right along. Emergency is fully funded. It has $4,000 in it. I am not going to put anything into emergency because it doesn't need anything. It's also accruing interest. I think it has like 4,010 cents now, so that's kind of cool. And then let's move on to the rest of these. So first I'm gonna go straight into my home fund. So this is more good news, you guys. We were planning on having someone take over our lease, and then we move in the beginning of June, middle of June, and we are now going to be moving at the end of May. So it's a lot closer than we think. We had someone who really wanted to take over our apartment, and she was willing to, but she couldn't do it if we were moving out in June. So we're gonna be moving out at the end of May, and she's gonna take over in the beginning of June. And yeah, so we already have someone lined up, and it's barely February, almost March, but that's like, we did not expect it at all. So that means we're saving like almost a whole nother month of rent because we're gonna be moving out sooner than we thought. So that's really cool. Yeah, just a lot of good things happening, and I'm super excited for that. So for home, if you guys remember me talking about it, we do have a $3,200 goal. So every week I need to be stuffing $110. I already stuffed $220 last week because we had extra income, but I'm not just gonna use that. I'm gonna save that extra week for a rainy day. So I'm going to take out $110 for our home fund this week. So we are left with 51. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, it does. Okay, so we're left with $51.73 for the rest of our sinking funds. For business, we have $193 in our sinking fund, but I'm gonna start building it up a little bit more, even though it has quite a bit, because I'm going to be doing a giveaway when I hit 100 subscribers, so I'm super excited for that. And then also, my husband is going to be doing a giveaway on his channel because he's almost at 5,000 subscribers. I'm gonna put 25 in there. So for business, I'm going to put 25. Also, more good news for you guys. We just did our taxes, and I somehow qualify for around $2,000 back in my refund for school. So once we get our tax refund, I will film my budget and my stuffing for it. But that money is definitely going straight back into school so I can pay off some more stuff. So yeah, that's some good news. Let's put 5 into car maintenance. So we're left with $21.73. I'm going to put another 5 into Eugene. I'm gonna put $3 into fun and dates. So that will make it 100. I'm gonna put $2 into toiletries. I'm gonna put 5 into school. I'll just put 3 into gifts. And then another 3, into travel. And then I'll leave 73 cents in my buffer. All right, you guys, so that is my income all budgeted out for the first week of March. It was a little bit smaller, but we were able to pay our bills, and we still had $161 to put into our savings. So I'm super excited for this month. I know I keep saying that, but I'm just so excited for March. I'm ready for a fresh start, even though finals week is like next week for school. But we are pushing through, and we are still making progress in all aspects of our life. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate those of you who watch my videos and like them and comment them and are subscribed to me. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed. If you want to see me stuff this cash, my video will be out on Wednesday, and I hope that you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!